Hello, my name is Nikita. I'm 27 years old and I came to Geneva in 2013 for the first time, so it's been almost 7 years. When I applied for the Erasmus for the first time in 2013, I chose Vienna as my first city, but I didn't get the place. So my second option was Switzerland because I wanted to improve my French. And I didn't want to go to France because I thought it was too difficult. And in the end, I got the Geneva option. But after doing 1 year of Erasmus, I liked the city so much. I liked the local people. I liked the fact that Geneva was so international, that you could work in so many fields, in so many areas, that I decided to stay. And that's why I stayed for so many years. There are so many surprising things about Geneva, but I think the first one that surprised me maybe the most was how quiet and how calm, how clean everything is on the streets, and also the fact that everything closes quite early. It's a little bit of different dynamic from the place from which I come from, which is Spain, the Canary Islands. But at the same time, it's a different rhythm that allows you to do many other things, like enjoy the nature, go out, spend more time, have more quality time actually. Well, what I truly like in Geneva is that every time I take the bus or I take the tram, the public transport, I always hear so many languages at the same time. And for someone who studied languages his whole life completely, I find it amazing that I can hear my two mother tongues and the 3 other languages, and you feel that like you belong here, that it is your home, even though that you were not born here and you haven't lived here for so long. So I feel like every time I go back to Geneva, for example, I take the plane and I come back, I see the jet door, and I have this feeling, oh, I'm home. Maybe I would miss a little bit the outstanding way of life when people are so extrovert. You can go anywhere, do anything, meet everyone. In Spain, you would go to bars, you would go to meet local people so easily. Everyone would just talk to you, everyone would be so helpful. Maybe this is something that is not so easy to get in Switzerland at the beginning or in Geneva. But I think the value you get afterwards, after spending maybe 6 months, after spending 1 year, is so much greater because you meet genuine people and truly you make genuine actually friendships, and that is much more worth than some kind gestures at the beginning you would have in Spain, for example, or in many other countries. And from the student's point of view, you would of course meet all this vibrant life and maybe the cheap prices. Beware, Geneva is expensive, but I think it's worth on the long term. I think my best experience is having met so many people from the multicultural international background, and that I gained so many international friends. I cannot think of any other place where I could have met so many people from so many different backgrounds, cultures, speaking so many languages, and remaining friends for the rest of my life. And sometimes it's difficult to choose, to pick up the best experience. There were so many nice experiences, but I have something in mind. I think that's the carnival, because the carnival is also celebrated in Switzerland, but in I'm trying to remember the year, I think it was 2016, I participated in a very local carnival with the ESN. So we went to this godforsaken place in a German-speaking part of Switzerland, Langenthal it was called. And that was probably one of the best carnivals I've heard in my life. It was quite local. You could feel really the Swiss countryside. It's not like being in a big city, Geneva, and experience a huge festival, and spend 2 great days. So I would say Langenthal Carnival 2016.
Okay, thank you for this interview. Goodbye.
You're welcome.